Once upon a time, there lived a man called Ikenna from the Ako village. Despite his intelligence and kindness, Ikenna found it difficult to find a woman to marry. He was always overlooked. Ikenna's stature was not imposing, and his physical appearance did not conform to the traditional standards of attractiveness held by many in the village. He was not tall, dark, and handsome. However, what he lacked in height, he made up for in spirit. He was known for his warm smile and his kind nature. This is what Ugochi, the chief's daughter, liked about him. Ikenna did not know that Ugochi liked him. He thought that she was just being kind to him. But Ugochi did in fact like Ikenna. She wanted to marry him, but she didn't know how to convince her father. Her father wanted her to marry a warrior, a strong, tall giant who would protect her. Ikenna was far from that. For years, the Ako village was at war with the Nguru village. No one remembered why they hated each other, but they did. The Nguru king wanted to claim the Ako land. One day, Ugochi fell ill. She was in a coma and could not wake up. All attempts to wake her up proved abortive. The Nguru king said that he had given Ugochi poison using one of his spies. Ugochi had only 3 months to live and she would die. To avoid this, her father, the chief, had to surrender his lands to the Nguru king. The Ako chief was furious. He sent all his warriors to conquer the Nguru king and people and get the antidote to the poison. They fought for months but with no success. Ugochi was getting closer to the end. In desperation and sadness, the Aku chief said, he announced that any Aku man who could save his daughter will have her hand in marriage. When Ikenna heard this, he said to himself that he wanted to marry Ugochi. But what can he do? If the warriors were not able to succeed, what can he do? A voice said to him, instead of strength, why not use your kindness? You are a kind and compassionate man. You see the world in a different way. Ikenna did not know what to make of this, but the next day he set for the Nguru village. He went to the Nguru people as a stranger, taking out any tribal symbols of the Ako people on him. When he got to the Nguru land, he blended well with their people. He found out that their people did not like their king. They wanted peace and prosperity, but the Nguru king was consumed with greed and wanted the Ako land for his own selfish needs. The people preferred the king's nephew, Agunna, but Agunna was under lock and key and could not escape. Ikenna looked around and saw that the Nguru people were suffering. On one hand, they had a wicked king, and on the other hand, they were afraid that the Ako people would kill them. Ikenna then hatched a plan. He went to the prison where Agunna was locked up. He saw that although he was young, he was very kind and wise. Agunna accepted Ikenna's help to free him. However, Ikenna wanted to know the antidote to the poison that was given to Ugochi. This made Agunna sad and crushed all his dreams of freedom. Although he knew what and where the antidote was located, it was very difficult for one to get there and come back alive. Ikenna was not worried. He wanted to know the location of the antidote. Agunna told him the antidote was a pink flower, it was very rare, and only grew in the evil forest. For you to get to that place, Efuru, the gatekeeper of the evil forest, has to take you in to that place and bring you out herself, so that the other spirits will not kill you. But it was next to impossible for Efuru, a spirit, to help any human being. Ikenna was not scared. He left and told Agunna he will be back. But Agunna, knowing how difficult the journey would be, did not believe him. Ikenna went to the Ako chief and told him all that had happened. The chief agreed that if Ikenna could get this pink flower and wake his daughter up, then he would help the Nguru people dethrone their king and allow Agunna to take over. So Ikenna set off and went into the evil forest. He knew the journey would be difficult, but he did not want Ugochi to die. Once in the evil forest, he came across an old woman who had fallen to the ground. There was a beast that had attacked her and was about to eat her. Ikenna shouted, and the beast turned and looked at him. Once the beast saw him, it forgot about the woman and chased Ikenna. Ikenna ran with all his might. As he ran, he saw a pit. He ran over it, but the beast did not see the pit in time. It ran into the pit and died. Ikenna went back to the woman, helped her up, and cleaned her bruises. The woman seemed surprised to see him. She looked at him in a strange way, saying, "Why are you here?" Ikenna explained that because of his love for Ugochi, he was here, and his success would mean peace between two villages. Once the woman heard of Nguru, her face seemed to brighten up. She asked, "Did you say you saw Aguna and that he's alive?" Ikenna said yes, Aguna is alive. The woman turned and said, "Okay, I will take you. Follow me." And Ikenna followed the woman. As they walked through the forest, he could see beasts and spirits take a step back. It was as if the woman was the light and they were the darkness. Then they came upon a flower bed filled with pink flowers. The woman turned and looked at Ikenna and said, "My son, pick one. Cook the flower and give it to the girl to drink, and she would wake up." Ikenna picked one flower. He was so happy. He turned to leave, and the woman said, "Go through the left path, walk down that path, and you will come out to your village. Do not turn back, no matter what you hear." Ikenna thanked her and left. He ran towards the left path, and he walked very fast. He was almost at the end when he heard a baby girl cry, "Please help me, please help me." The voice seemed to be coming from his back. So he turned because he wanted to help the baby. He saw the young child on the floor as if her leg was tied to the bushes. So he took a step to help her, but the baby girl turned into a snake and rose up to strike him. But from nowhere, the old woman came out with her sword and cut the head of the snake. She turned to Ikenna and said, "I told you, do not turn back no matter what you hear. Run, run away now." Ikenna thanked her and ran. He ran with all his might, and then he came out in his village. He went straight to the palace and gave the king the pink flower. The flower was cooked and the water was given to Ugochi. Ugochi woke up. As agreed, the king took his warriors, and with Aguna's men, they overthrew the Nguru king and freed their people. Aguna took over the throne and brought prosperity and peace to his people. Then a peace pact was made between the Aku people and the Nguru people. To mark the success of this pact, a ceremony was held. That ceremony was the wedding ceremony of Ikenna and Ugochi. Thank you so much for listening to another episode. If you liked it, please subscribe, like, comment, share. Thank you to those who have subscribed. Thank you to those who have supported. Until next time, goodbye.